Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whichever time of day you're seeing this. Welcome. My name is Nicole, aka Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murder, because I'll be killing them with the truth. Creator and founder of Argh U Mad, the podcast for the people. Each weekday, we offer emotional support to the general public during our emotional support hour, in which you have the opportunity to air out your grievances. This is a moment in time where you have the spotlight to tell us why you're mad. This is our way of providing an outlet for you all to express yourself and to relieve yourself of the madness that's occurring within us and not within us, but amongst us in the world today. All right. So this was inspired, this segment, Tell Me Why You Mad Son, is inspired by the late, great, notorious B.I.G.'s Life After Death album, where the Mad Rapper skit was one of my highlights in life as a kid. Hey, yo, tell me why you mad, son. Hey, yo, my shit more John Blaze. So this is a moment in time where I've created a safe space for you all to express yourself, in which we will discuss your matter as holistically as possible. And speaking of discussing matters, I would actually like to address a concern today that a gentleman had underneath one of my posts today, and I told him that I would acknowledge him. Hello, James. I told him that I would acknowledge his concern. So before I do so, let me pull that up right now. I should already have that ready, but it just made sense because there was a concern. Someone did express their concerns, and I want to be sure that I'm honoring and addressing every concern that's presented and brought to my attention, especially if it's on a public platform such as our YouTube channel. So let's go. Ooh. Well, I want to watch that Cobra video too. We probably may be able to get my reaction on that as a bonus. So let's go to my channel. Yes, saucy. I see you too, baby. Okay, let's see. It was underneath one of my shorts. I won't forget. And I think it was Joe Smith. I'm almost certain it was the Joe Smith. Oh. Okay, where is it? I think this is the one. All right. I should have been a lot more prepared for this one. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. So pretty much the gentleman was saying, where's the comment? Perfect. This is it. I found it. Okay. So he says, we said LMAO. I swear accountability is a woman kryptonite. I guess he meant a woman's kryptonite. So he feels that accountability, he doesn't feel that women take into account player. So I'm sure that, that's another. Let me mute myself. He feels that women do not want to take into account, want to account, right? Or accountable for their actions. Now, he says, Oh, okay. So I said, what do you mean? Because I asked him, what do you mean? Because he kept going. He said, you all never want to suffer the consequences for your actions. You all expect grace, but don't give it in return. Sir, be careful. What do you mean that we deserve grace? He said, it's a general statement that most men have experienced. Okay. Well, it's sad to say that, most men have experienced that, because given into account in today's conversation or today's dialogue, we were definitely going to discuss Chrisean and her interview with Jason Lee. And I saw that woman take accountability for the role that she played. She said herself that she was playing with life. So is it that women don't take accountability, or is it that the woman that you have experienced or had relations or dealings with did not take accountability for their actions? Because if we take a real close look at that live that what is Joe Smith's wife's name? Because I need to know her name. She has a name. I want to address her by her name. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, is it Keisha? All right, Alex Rodriguez. Oh man, what's the wife's name? Okay, can we get her name, please? Wow, all they're just saying is ex NBA player's wife goes off. All right, what is her name? What is this woman's name, guys? Come on, YouTube, we gotta do better. All right, let me get her name really quickly because I need to say her name. I need her name. It's a thing. It's a thing. Because she's a person. And my computer's acting really slow right now, so hold on. Okay, loading. X and B. Smith. Anyway, Keisha Chavez. Chavez. Excuse me. Keisha Chavez. All right. So Keisha Chavez, she was already an adult entertainer, right? She already worked in the adult entertainment industry from what we've gathered. Okay. So let's start there. You meet a woman and you already see the line of work that she's in. For example, for myself, anyone that meets me, they can see that I'm in the public eye. I'm a podcaster, right? So anyone that's going to take part in my life, they already understand that she is in the public eye. Same thing with her. She is in the public eye more so on the adult entertainment industry aspect, okay? So help me understand the accountability, sir, if we are being honest with ourselves and the people that we are allowing into our lives, right? He took into an account that she is already an adult filmmaker, but still opted for her to be in his life. So when you say accountability, it's a little difficult for me to see the accountability portion on her end, when I think we should be looking at the accountability portion on his side. And the reason why I'm saying his side is primarily because she was an adult entertainer when he met her. Anyone that knows shade to my stripper friends or stripper girls, but when these girls are doing what they do and you all want to save them, take them out of that lifestyle, amen, God bless you, for taking on such a chivalrous role. But you got to remember that this was a woman that was already naturally and comfortable, okay, in the setting that she was in. So you have to be comfortable and confident within yourself, knowing that, yes, that's my lady. That's what she does, but she is still my lady. So that's why I said I wanted to present it to the general public, or to address this gentleman's comment about the accountability portion, because if we're going to use the terms accountability, then I think we should be holding Joe Smith accountable. He is the one that chose his wife. He chose her during a time of her life when I'm sure she said she's made a comfortable living for herself. She said she set a certain standard or a certain quality of life that she's now accustomed to. And when things were not meeting up to her financial expectations, she then opted to take matters into her own hands to sustain the household. Okay, so trust me, I understand. I empathize with the fellas here. I truly and genuinely do, because I'm understanding that some men are territorial. not some, a lot are territorial. And that's going to go into this segue here, because I want us to be mindful of how much control is too much control. And as Joe Smith's, as Keisha Chavis stated, she said, "My body, my choice." You know. Now with October come to a full end, and now it's in the beginning of November, I think this is a perfect time, because October, forgive me for not presenting this to us sooner or earlier, it was Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Now, before you guys start jumping down my back, I'm not saying that the man was physically abusing her, because usually when we hear the term domestic violence, the first thing we think is a woman being battered, or even sometimes a men being battered by their spouse or partner. It can go either way. But I would love for us to take a moment to understand the many faces and the many forms of domestic violence and how it can present itself. And a lot of us are accustomed to, well, I ain't hitting her, or I ain't hit him. But let's take a little closer look as to how domestic violence can take a part in our homes without our knowledge. Because the more we know, the better we can be. The better we can do. You know better, you do better. All right. So shout out, today is Friday, November 3rd, 2023. We didn't go over our national days just yet. We might do that. I don't know if I want to do it every day, but we might get to it. But I wanted us to just take a moment, because I had a moment in time to watch the Chrisean interview, which we're going to come back to, with Jason Lee. And by watching that interview, I was led to go into the dynamics of this conversation, because this is something that I started to work on and like kind of writing out do more of a research on it, but I want to keep it a little as basic as possible, or I want to give it to us as small bites. So the more we know, the better we know. So, okay, different phases of domestic violence. Again, I had to learn about this too myself a few years ago, but let's hear about it. There's emotional and verbal abuse. Okay, there's sexual abuse, there's financial abuse, there's psychological abuse, there's technological abuse. All right, these are the different forms. Okay, so according to the Connections for Abused Women and Their Children.com, they have the types of domestic abuse, and this was created this year, April 11th, 2023. All right, so you can check it out for yourself. It says, when we think of abusive relationships, we're most likely to think about physical violence that one particular commits against the other. While this type of abuse is a very real and serious problem, it's by no means the only type of abuse that can happen between two people. Okay, being familiar with more subtle or non-physical types of abuse is an important part of being able to recognize the signs, both in your own life and other people's lives. Here we'll outline several different types of abuse, including examples of each. All right. So again, we're going to go over emotional or verbal abuse. Emotional abuse covers a wide range of behaviors, okay, but generally includes anything that is intended to make the other person feel bad about themselves. Okay, but generally includes anything that is intended to make the other person feel bad about themselves. All right. I used to be, I was definitely a verbal abuser at one point in my life. That's why I thank God for changing me and working in me, because I used to be really bad with my tongue, and I didn't realize how much I would hurt people with my words. Okay, because I physically couldn't hurt them, so I used to use my words to hurt people back in the day. But that's only if you like really, 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 really like push me like too hard. You know what I mean? Because I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Anyway, this might include belittling them or calling them names, gaslighting, criticism, or guilt trips, ignoring or mocking their feelings, withholding affection, and more. Okay. Next up, sexual abuse. I think that's kind of obvious, but I'll still read the definition in case some of you may need to know. Sexual abuse includes rape or any non-consensual sexual act. Okay, so similar to Dwight Howard and that gentleman that stated that it was a non-consensual act, I've spoke with a gentleman from the community. Shout out to Jace from Combos with Jace, and he actually clarified it for me. That we'll go into the clarification, but yes, that is what the gentleman was trying to sue Dwight Howard for: sexual abuse. Okay, stating that it was non-consensual, withholding birth control, or otherwise controlling their reproductive freedom. That's AKA trapping niggas, or niggas trapping chicks. Sexual humiliation. Okay, I will leave that to your imaginations to interpret that however way you need to, or intentionally hurting someone during sex. Like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sexual abuse is sexual abuse, usually is involving. Yeah. All right. Financial abuse. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but this is one too. Financial abuse involves controlling or restricting someone's financial freedom in any way. This might look like withholding money or assets. Baby daddies pay your child support. That's financial abuse when you don't do that. Okay. Controlling when and how someone spends money. Limiting their ability to work. Using that person's identity or credit without their consent, and more. Take it easy, y'all. Next up, psychological abuse. Psychological abuse is similar in some ways to emotional abuse, and the two are often used interchangeably. Psychological abuse includes any behavior that is used to control, isolate, or frighten the other person. This might be threats of self-harm or suicide. All right, you ever see somebody say, "Don't leave me, I'm gonna hurt myself"? If the other person doesn't comply with the demand. Threatening to hurt children. You remember this for Color Girls? That was a horrible scene. Loved ones or pets. Intentionally cutting the other person off from friends or family, or using intimidating or threatening behavior. Next up, technological abuse. The technological abuse is the use of technology to control or intimidate someone. This might look like stalking or harassing someone online. Using technology to track their location or communication with other people. Restricting their access to the internet or their devices. And sharing photos or other personal information online without their consent. So these are all different phrases these are all different forms of domestic violence, and I think we should definitely be mindful of that. And speaking of which, we're going to go right into the segue, because I wanted us to at least clarify that, and I want us to discuss Chrisean's interview with Jason Lee. All right. Very powerful. For those of you who were able to catch my live reaction online, we were watching it together. I mean, I think it was beautifully done. Jason Lee, of course, was being Jason Lee. Still, he was able to make his interviewee, or interviewer, his interviewer, so the interviewee, comfortable. So comfortable enough that she felt, that she could express herself, even vulnerable enough to cry. But again, she is a new mom, so the tears are almost like waterworks in almost any situation. All right, like literally. But yep. So we went over the phases of domestic violence. One question that I love that Jason Lee asked was, "Why do you protect people that hurt you?" I thought that was a good one. Because everyone that hurt her or played some role in her life, as far as trying to be part of her demise, or her whatever, she was still protecting them even in the interviews. And he asked her, like, "Why are you protecting people?" If it came down to, I think she mentioned like her sister had even crossed her just for clout. And you will be so surprised what people do just for money. And I know that she's in a very fragile space, because now she's also a new mom, and she's not really certain as to who she can trust. So I mean, prayers out to Chrisean, in her, during her healing. May she find the strength right within herself, and may the spirit of discernment come upon her, so that she can detect who is who from afar. before even allowing them near her or near her energy sphere realm. All right. So I thought that was really good. I thought that was an awesome interview. Actually, I loved that interview. I loved everything about that interview. So kudos to Jason Lee and how he was able to get her to open up and just to feel as comfortable, as she could possibly be, because I do believe that, we were all invested in her story and the little viral bits that we were able to see. But a lot of us, like myself, knew that there was more to that, that woman than what these, these 30-second or 60-second clips was showing. And she was letting us know she was being provoked. Okay, he was playing mind games with her. He was controlling the money. So he made it a safe space for her to become vulnerable, but then turned it around on her, and then used it to manipulate her or to control her in any form, or whenever he might have felt threatened. And what I loved about her interview is her brutal honesty. She said, I was playing with life. And then she also acknowledged that she saw the signs that he was a weak man early. And not saying physically weak, but sometimes some gentlemen don't really know how to process or have that emotional intelligence or have healed that inner child from within. So they carry a lot of their burdens into their personal relationships. Then they take it out on these women. But then because they feel like they have the power of their penis and that they can do whatever they want, then they want to belittle the woman, right? Call her all kind of names. Oh, she's this and she's that. But then when you guys are riding for each other, when she's bringing in these $100,000 checks in, it's all good. Love yourselves, gentlemen. Love yourselves. Love yourselves so that, you can learn how to receive love. Because what I got was that this girl was a ride or die. She's still, like he said, like he asked her, why do you protect people that hurt you? I had to write that down. And shout out to both of them for being in therapy and actually bigging up therapy and letting the world know how therapy is helping them. Because therapy, you're going to cry in therapy. You are, because you got to face yourself. You got to go back to why it is that you are actually upset. Why are you mad? Why are you angry all the time? Why are you so protective or defensive all the time? And I understand a lot of us, especially if you're African American, has suffered from some form of trauma. There's some PTSD, like just to survive in North America, or just to survive as an African American or a Black and was anywhere. So we get that already. There's already that one chip there. But then when you're amongst your own, why is it that we're out to get each other, or we're out to rob each other, or we're out to trick somebody, or pimp someone? Why? What happened to, what is it? Good business, as the gentleman, Mars Entertainment and LaRussell speak of so much. Good business. What's up with good business? What? Come on, guys. Watch that interview. Chrisean is speaking it. She's speaking it. She's being very forthcoming with that, and I wholeheartedly appreciated every bit of that interview. I watched it was like 2 hours. I stopped. I stopped and came back, but I still finished it. I still ended up watching the whole thing because I just wanted to see. She brought her baby out. It was beautiful. So thank you, Jason Lee. I know you don't get all of the credit that you deserve. I think you are now. I believe you are now, but I don't know if they were always giving you all, the credit that you deserve. But anyway, I'll give you that because I thought that was great. I think you did an excellent job there. A very good job. All right, so now where are we? Let's go into the National Day because it's given National Day energy. It's given we need to know what's being celebrated today. It's Friday. You all may catch this today. You all may catch it tomorrow. But whenever you catch it, I hope that it does what it needs to do for you. So November the 3rd, I'm working on my posture. So every now and then, if you see me putting my shoulders back, I have to sit up properly. All right, so National Homemaker Day. Hey, shout out to the homemakers. Go ladies. Whoop, whoop. That's not an easy job, yo. They be making it seem like homemakers be chilling. They working all day. They working all day. If they're not cleaning, they cooking. If they're not cooking, they cleaning. They might get a break, but they still on their toes. National Sandwich Day. Ew, who loves a good sandwich? National Cliche Day. Define that as you want to do. Give someone $1 day. My cash app is $ARGH letter UMAD. If you want to give somebody $1. Dominican Independence Day. Okay, go ahead, y'all. What else is happening today? Jellyfish Day. And okay, Love Your Lawyer Day. Okay, if you got a lawyer. National Jersey Friday, if you rock jerseys. National Housewife Day. I thought that was National Homemaker Day, but okay. National Accessories Day. Okay. Shout out to Empress Creative Designs, who made this tiger's eye, wrapped this tiger's eye copper ring for me. Shout out to them out in Philly. Separation Day. All right. Okay. Smart Home Day. And Victory Day of Maldives. All right. Cute. Cool. That's nice. Next up, I want to get back into this academics. Academics wants to smoke. Oh my God, this is all jacked up. Look at that. What did I type there? Jesus Christ. Let's take that back. Academic wants all the smoke. Wants all the smoke. Okay. With Saucy Santana. Now listen, this is why there's levels and layers to the story. Academics, I don't know if you started or not, but I did hear Saucy Santana's response. Hey, Bill. Hey, Mika Moo. It's Mika Moo Day. I know that. Yes. Yes, it is, honey. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for jumping in. So listen, we're talking about academics right now. So academics, I don't know what he said about Saucy Santana. Oh no, he was laughing at Chrisean. He's talking about the City Girls, and Saucy Santana being their homie had to come in and had to kind of correct them. How Saucy Santana corrected him? I'm sure it's probably triggering for a lot of men that have been violated before, because I heard it. Oh, what did he say? Let's get it on. He said, let's get it on. Like, Saucy Santana. Now we physically know that you were already going to take it. God, oh, yay! Awesome. So we know Saucy Santana has already, we already know he's about that life. Okay. I'm sorry, it's a notification that's dropping down. But Saucy, you can't be out here telling people what you're gonna do to that. Like, you shouldn't. You should not publicize potential rape. You can't do that, Saucy. Now, granted, I heard that academics was laughing at Chrisean when she got into a car accident and she was pregnant. You know what I mean? So that karma be karma-ing. All right, I already told y'all. I told y'all. But you know, we got to go a little bit of Michelle Obama. When they go low, we got to go high. Okay? So Saucy, stay high. Stay high. Stay high. Academics is he seems to be in a very dark space. Okay? The only person that could probably get him out of this space is between him and God at this point, because I don't know what is occurring with this man and why he is so angry. But based on how he was crying, I feel like he was violated at one point in his life. It's the way he cried. I feel like he was violated, honestly. So Saucy, you know, I know what he said, and I know he said he wanted to box you and whatnot. Saucy's like, no, I'm gonna box you, all right. Lord, that's when it gets scary. Like the way we were scared about Dwight Howard, but now that we have to get a recant, because apparently Dwight Howard's been about that lifestyle. Dwight Howard's been about that life, okay, and that's his business, like you said, what he does behind closed doors. And apparently, it looks like, according to my support team, okay, they're stating that the gentleman who is now filing a lawsuit was just feeling some type of way, that he wasn't the only one that Dwight Howard wanted to see. And, you know, because, you know, he's Dwight Howard. So I guess he has options, obviously. And he wanted more parties. And apparently the gentleman was aware of it. Because remember, I was saying we needed proof. But according to the community, the girls in the community told me that, he had enough proof. He had proof. And he just feels the type way that he wasn't the only, he wasn't the main character in that movie scene. And cut. Sorry. All right, moving right along. Essential oil of the day. Essential oil of the day. Then we're gonna go to Uncle Coco's dailies. So essential oil of the day is still clove oil and lavender oil. I love what it smells like. It really smells good. Like together, you would think that it's such like cloves are kind of heavy and lavender's kind of light, but it's doing what it does, y'all. It's doing what it does. So make sure you check out the spiritual benefits and the health benefits of that essential oil. It's lit. It's really lit. And I don't mind going over it really quickly with you guys. Really quickly. If it comes up. If it's acting slow, we're going to go straight to Uncle Coco Dailies because I ain't got time to be playing. It's Friday. You ain't got a job. You ain't got shit to do. It's Friday. It's Friday. Literally live from Friday. All right. Clove oils. Let's go. Clove oil. Healing properties. I'll put. See, it's already started that slowness. I'm dropping them hearts. I love you, love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are the real MVP. Shout out to Mika Moo. Period. I got my stuff here too. Listen, her and her business partner, they make these awesome charging stations. Look at it as a hand. It's dope. Alina loves it. They sent us crystals and all kind of beautiful spiritual gems, to include into your repertoire. So make sure you shout out TKO mommies. Got it. All right. So listen, healing. All right. So clove oil health benefits. Now I don't know if they on pause or not, but TKO. Total knockout. All right, so healing. Okay, so clove oil. What are the health benefits? I want the healing properties. I don't have time for that. Give me the healing properties. Okay, benefits to use clove oil. Okay, in a study from 2012, researchers found that clove oil had the ability to kill staph bacterial cells in liquid culture and in biofilm. All right, yeah, it's got definitely some potent healing qualities. Anti-cancer properties. Okay, like clove oil is the bomb.com or more ways than one. Let's do the spiritual benefits. I like that. Period. Listen, I was like 2 seconds away from saying, okay, next. Okay, so potential remedy for acne, can heal. If saying you get, what's they're saying it can heal cancer? Wait. All right, let's go. It induces happiness and harmony in the home by providing quietness, ensuring fidelity and devotion to relationships. Ooh, clove essential oil is derived from the flower buds of the Eugenia. Caryophyllata tree. Whoa, that was a lot. Anyway, it's dope. Spiritual benefits and magical properties of cloves. Clove dust to stop gossip about you. Hello, like listen, get you some clove oils, okay? Just do your own search. Let me see if I can find it here. I have a book too. I remember it. Oh, I like this book too. It goes, we should go into more. Migraines? They said use lavender oil. A cold compress can be very helpful, especially at the early or pre-migraine stage. We got some lavender oil in there too, okay? So get a cold compress with some lavender oil, can be very helpful in the morning sickness, ladies. Lavender oil can help with that. Look at that. Insomnia, lavender oil. Lavender oil is used for a lot. Lavender oil. Let me see what else. Thrush. I think that's type of that. That's just something that goes on with the babies, right, Thrush? Mm-hmm. Or is that like stretch marks? They said put some lavender oil on them stretch marks. All right, let's wrap it up. It's Friday. Let's keep this thing going. We're gonna go straight to Uncle Coco Daily. Let's pull it up. Are you ready? We turn off the music, and then we're about to wrap up today's live. Thank you so much for you all joining us. My name is Nicole, aka Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murda, creator and founder of Argh U Mad, the podcast for the people. Oh, just a friendly reminder: if you're watching all the way up until this point, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. Also, our grief group support is sign up is now open. So if you check the link in my bio, you can go ahead and sign up for our grief group. Our grief support group. Okay, we're trying to verify if we need it, if we want it to be live, or if we want a private Zoom call. So when you sign up, make sure you answer those two questions. Do you want it live? Do you want us to do it live, and what day works best for you? Okay, so the more we know, we're trying to aim for the weekend right before Thanksgiving. All right, so we're pushing for that weekend before Thanksgiving. So that looks like between November 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 21st. Anytime before the little one is out of school. So we'll just confirm our date and time that works for us all. All right. So what's going on here? I'm trying to do my Uncle Coco Daily. What's up? I guess it's not for you guys today. Well, doesn't seem like it's loading up today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one heck of a day. I hope you all learned something. I hope you all are renewed. I hope you've learned something that you didn't already know. Okay, maybe you felt something that you never felt. Either way, we give thanks to the Lord and we are appreciative of you being here with us. All right. So until next time, we're going to ask one question, and that's, are you mad? All right, guys. Have a great weekend, and we may check you out. May see you tomorrow. Peace.